Hi guys, welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking. Today what I'm going to show you is one of my family's favorite recipes. So let's get in the kitchen and let's get started. Happy Easter. Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking. Today what I'm going to show you is my homemade strawberry mousse cake. It's really good. So the first thing that I did is I preheated my oven to 350. I have 2 1/4 cup of white sugar to 1 1/2 sticks of room temperature butter. I'll mix this until it's nice and fluffy. Once it's nice and fluffy, I have 7 egg whites that are at room temperature, and I'll gradually add that into the butter and sugar mixture. So now I'll go get my attachment. So now I'll mix this until it's nice and fluffy. I'll scrape down my sides. Making sure that the bottom and everything is mixed good. So I'll scrape it all together. And continue mixing until it's nice and fluffy. Now I'll gradually add in my egg whites. I'll scrape down my sides. I can see it's not mixed good. There. There, that'll do it. Now that that's all mixed together, I have cake flour. So now I'll sift together 3 1/2 cups of cake flour. This is the cake flour I'm using. There's 1. There's 2. Three, and 1/2 cup. To 4 teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1, 2, 3, 4th and last one. So now I'll sift this all together. Want to make sure there's no lumps. This strawberry mousse cake is really good. Use fresh strawberries. Can't get any better than that. So now I'll alternate the flour with 1 cup of water. I'll start with flour, then add a little water, and I'm going to end it with the flour. So I'll turn my mixer on, add a little flour, and it's 1 cup of water. So now I'll add in a little bit of water, a little bit more flour, a little more water, and the rest of the flour. To this, I'll add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. There's 1, there's 2, to a half a teaspoon of almond extract. Now I'll scrape down my sides. Want to make sure everything's really mixed good. Now I'll turn my mixer off. Take my bowl out. Scrape the sides and the bottom. That's what the mixture looks like. So now I have 2 round pans that I'll spray. Want to make sure that the cake doesn't stick. You'll bake these in your 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, but keep an eye on it because ovens vary. So now I'll split the mixture. This is going to be one nice cake. This batter is so silky and smooth. So now I'll place them in my oven. So once your cakes are done for about 20-25 minutes, or until the toothpick comes out clean, that's when I'll place them on top of my stove and let them cool before I take them out of my pan. So now for cleanup duty for me to start the strawberry mousse. Now for the strawberry mousse part of this cake, I have 1/4 cup of water, 1 package of the unflavored gelatin. I'll place that into the water and let it sit for 5 minutes. Now I'll need 2 cups of strawberries that I'll place in my food processor. These strawberries are big too. To this, I'll add 1/4 cup of sugar. Once I have my strawberries and my sugar processed in my food processor, I'll transfer it to the pot that's on my stove and then let it come to a boil and then turn my burner off. Once I turn my burner off, then I'll add the gelatin in. I'll mix it, and then I'll let it sit until it has like the consistency of egg whites. Look at that nice big strawberry. Big one, huh? All right, there's 2 cups. And I'll need 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Now I'll turn my food processor on. That's perfect. I'll get out a spatula. Take the blade out. I'll turn my burner on to medium-low. Now I'll pour the mixture in my pot and let this come to a boil. Once my strawberry mixture comes to a boil, I'll remove it from the heat, and that's when I'll add in the gelatin into the strawberry mixture, and I'll stir it until the gelatin dissolves. Then I'll cover it and chill it until it has the consistency of unbeaten egg whites. I'll check on my cakes. Ooh, they're looking good. My mixture's come to a boil, so now I'll turn it off. Take it off my burner. I'll add the gelatin mixture in and mix it until it's dissolved. Now all my gelatin has dissolved, so I'll cover the top of this and put it in my fridge to chill. Probably take about 30 minutes for it to chill down. So now I'll check on my cake. Few more minutes. Now you'll take 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and beat it until it forms a soft peak. Once it forms a soft peak, that's when you'll add this cream mixture into your strawberry mixture. So I'll add the 1 cup in. Now I'll check on my cake. That looks perfect. I'll put a toothpick in it. Perfect. perfect, came out clean. I'll turn my oven off. So now I'll let these sit and cool down while waiting for my heavy whipping cream to form a soft peak. A few more minutes. So now I'll check. It looks like it's done. I'll turn my mixer off. Soft peak. So now I'll scrape my sides. Go get my strawberry mixture that has cooled down, and gradually I kept going over there and stirring it. So now I'll fold my whipped cream into my strawberry mixture. And to help cool it down, what I did is I just let it sit inside a bowl of ice, and I kept going back and forth and making sure I mixed it. So now I'll fold in the whipped cream. So I folded in my whipped cream. Now I'll cover this and let this cool for about 30 minutes. You want it nice and firm. Place this in the freezer. You want to gradually keep checking on it while it's in the freezer because you don't want it to freeze. You just want it to be nice and firm and chilled. So now for cleanup duty. So now for the frosting for my strawberry mousse cake. I'll take 1.5 sticks of room temperature butter. I'll mix this. You want to mix it till it's nice and fluffy. Now I'll add in 5 cups of powdered sugar. I'll do one at a time. There's 1, 2, 3rd cup. 4th cup. And the 5th cup. I'll scrape down my sides. Making sure everything's mixed in good. And you'll mix this until it's nice and creamy. I'll add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll add in 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I'll also fold in 3/4 cups of strawberries that I diced very small. Once I'm done with my frosting, then I'll go check on my mousse. So now I'll fold in my strawberries, scrape down my spatula. Scrape in the sides. And that's what your frosting will look like. So now I'll fold in the strawberries. I'll add in a few drops of the red food coloring. It's actually the gel that I'm using. Seeing as how it's Easter, I want to make it nice and pink. Now with the strawberries in there. See how nice and pretty? So now I'll clean up a little bit, make more workspace for me, and then I'll go check on my mousse. A few more minutes on the mousse. In the meantime, I'll take my cakes out of the cake pan. Didn't they come out good? Look at how perfect that looks. So what I'll do to make this flat, I'll take a serrated knife and go right around the cake. This one I'll leave because that'll be the top of the cake. Look at how nice that cake came out. So I'm just going to leave this on top because I'm still waiting for my mousse. But I just wanted to show you how to make this one flatter so that you can put this cake on top. Now the mousse firmed up in the freezer, so I have it off to the side. Remember, this one was the top. And I showed you how to cut off this to make it flat. So what I'm going to do now for the mousse is I'm going to make like a little circle and fill it in. So I'll remove some of the cake. I'm not going too deep. This is what the mousse looks like. So I'll fill in where I took the cake out. And then I'll spread it over the top. So I'm not going all the way to the edge. So now I'll take the top layer, place that on top. I'll do the same to this one. I'll cut a circle around this cake and remove a little bit. Cake is good. So this is what it looks like. So now I'll take the frosting. I'll fill in the sides. I'll just take some strawberries and slice them and put them around the bottom of this cake. This is a great Easter cake to take over to either your family or your friends. Look at how pretty this cake came out. Well, enjoy Easter. Thanks for watching another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking and watch me make my strawberry mousse cake. It's super duper good. Give it a try. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye. And with the leftover mousse that I didn't use on top of my cake, there was probably maybe about 3 to 4 tablespoons, big tablespoons of mousse left over. So I put 2 tablespoons in this one and then 2 into that one. And then I broke up my cake that I cut off, put it inside. And then the backs of the strawberries that I didn't use on the cake, I just put it in the dessert cup. So I utilized the leftovers that I had from my cake and what I was using for my strawberries. So this recipe is really good. I mean, really, you don't throw anything away. I mean, you could, you don't have to do this, but this is really good this way too, you know. Thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking. Please hit the like button, subscribe, comment below, and thumbs up. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.